Hey, meet Tom Jones. Sorry, the heater's on. So, we've been effing around all day. I've been commenting on all his posts. Let me show you. Oh, no, he's locked his profile. So, he had 5 photos up, and in every single photo, I ended up having an argument with him where I called him a scammer and he kept saying he was Tom Jones. So, I messaged him and I was like, go on, answer me. So, I said, I can't believe that you're so impervious to sarcasm, as well as directly being called out, that you'll actually comment on a GIF declaring you a catfish. Laughing emoji. He'd love-hearted my GIF. I said, you're replying in comments, but you can't come on chat? And he'd vanished. And that was at like 8 o'clock this morning. So he's just come back. I've got to read it live because Instagram will take him down. Can chat you, he said. I said, why would you want to? I know you're a fake. What did you want for me? And in response to that, he goes, how? So in response to what did you want for me, I said, what do I want for you? Nothing at all. You hurt innocent people. And in response to how, I said, you really don't know. You should watch the news occasionally. Scammers are all over the news daily. Your formats, all of it. Celebrities openly say they don't make profiles, yet you guys think they would. And in response to you really don't know, my scammer goes, I'm really Tom Jones, believe it or live it. Now that's his favourite saying. Not Tom Jones's, the scammers. You'll hear that more than once. And in response to you should watch the news, what is the new? Said my very adamant scammer. So in response to I'm really Tom Jones, believe it or live it, I just put laughing emoji. I said, mate, that isn't a Welsh accent. You're West African. I'd say Nigerian or close. He's now resorted to ChatGPT. So in response to scammers are all over the news daily, he goes, yes, of course, but that I'm not scammer, was his very Welsh response. I said, don't you know about accents? And in response to yes, of course, but that I'm not a scammer, I said, yeah, but you are. We both know it. You're wasting your own time. There's no remittance for you this way. And in response to I'd say Nigerian, he goes, is lie. Yeah. So I said, is not. Can't you tell accents? It's called linguistics and you don't have a Welsh accent. And in response to, but you are, we both know it, there's no remittance for you, he goes, no. I said, well, make better choices with your life, Omo, because this will hurt your soul. Your poor mother, if she knew about you. And in response to is not, can't you tell accents, it's called linguistics, he goes, see, that is all lie, I'm really. I don't know, guys. This guy was just mumble. I don't know what the hell. So I said, what a shame you bring to your family and country. And in response to see, that is all lie, I'm really, I said, nope, you're deflecting because I'm correct. You can barely speak English or at least write it. And do you really think Tom Jones spends his days online on Instagram? Are you mental? Only scammers do that. It's 7 a.m. and you've just got up. And in response to me saying, what a shame you bring to your family and country, my scammer goes, what type of shame is that? To which I went, stealing from people. I guess you don't feel shame at all. I guess you aren't human then. And in response to being told that he can barely speak English and does he really think Tom Jones is on Instagram, he says, believe it or not live it. Again, his little catchphrase. So I said, you can't even sound like a man in his 80s, let alone someone grown up. You speak like a child, you little Mughal man, LOL. And in response to stealing from people, I guess you don't feel shame. He goes, I cannot be ashamed of myself. Now, watch the language change. So I said, there you go again, sounding like a foreigner. This is why you have no clients. Tisk, tisk. Must be awful being so poor at everything you do. So he pulls out his ChatGPT. Well, now, let me set the record straight. I'm as real as they come. I've been singing for over 60 years, and I can tell you I'm not just the figment of anyone's imagination. I'm sure I didn't accuse him of that. I've got the voice, the stage presence, and the personality to prove it. So if anyone out there doubts my existence, they better think again. Tom Jones is still here and still going strong. No need for any illusions, folks, because, there's more than one of me. Sorry, I had to put the laughing emoji. And then, just apropos of nothing, fake me, ha! If there's one thing I'm not, it's fake. I'm as genuine as they come. I sing from the heart and I give it everything I've got on stage. So to those who doubt my authenticity, all I can say is they've got another thing coming. I'm the real deal and I've been doing this for longer than most people have been alive. So let them say what they will. I'll just keep doing what I do best, singing my heart out and bringing joy to my fans. Sorry, I literally had barely read that. So my response was lots of laughing emojis. I said, you pulled out the AI, classic Mughal. Doesn't change the fact that you're about 20, a child, and an unsuccessful scammer. You don't have a Welsh accent. And just to drive it home because of that lovely second paragraph, I just sent laughing emojis. I said, you ridiculous Mughal. Go put that in your AI, I'll wait. To which I got 4 emojis, because that's exactly what Tom Jones would do, the octogenarian with his emojis. And I said, exactly, you small little man-child, make better choices with your life. Maybe you wouldn't be so poor and pitiful, dear. That got his goat. So I don't know this response. So in response to exactly, he goes, your mum is poor and your dad is small child. Are you a fool? Triggered. I love it. My response was, ooh, scammer triggered. Love it. You're showing your true self now. And I do apologize for the choppy quality. Instagram, just delete them. Show me your location if you are not a scammer deceiving yourself, said my scammer. So I said, want to hear my accent? Call me. I'm Aussie. Then I added, let's see your Welsh accent, Mr. Mughal. He was writing, thought second of it, put it down, and it's just seen now. The little dots are gone. Sorry if my voice is weird, guys. I'm just not particularly feeling well today. We had a weather plummet. We ended up with a 2 degrees overnight. So I woke up this morning going, ugh. So his clever response that took him 5 minutes was, have your location and your time, you fool scammer, if go ahead and call me fool. I said, put your money where your mouth is and show me that accent, or are you scared? Let's call him. Let's see. He won't answer. He didn't answer. You are fool, he said. Hello? Oh, it's just the call to make sure that I'm not a fellow Mughal. No, you're the only Mughal here, Mughal. Unfortunately, I'm not a scammer. You want to play fuck around and find out? Go on, you gutless piece of shit. Say something. No, coward. We could hear him breathing, though. I just wrote gutless. He won't like being called a coward. You are a scammer fool, he said. I just said, you're gutless. Are you a man or a woman, fool? I said, you're a gutless little man. And then in response to, are you man or woman, fool? I said, female, you moron. And in response to gutless little man, stop wasting your time, you fool. I said, Mr. Mughal is poor, no remittance for Mughal. Then I wrote, oh, slow typer. You can see my face and you cannot hear my voice, you fool. He's so mad right now. So I wrote, laughing emoji, you muppet with the breathing but too scared to speak. Then I added a gutless, because I really don't think he likes being called a coward. Lie, he states to me, saying I was female. To which I responded with, I don't lie unlike you. And in response to you muppet with the breathing but too scared to speak, he just put his tongue out, because he's gross. So I called him Mr. Mughal. Fool, he says again. he's getting bored of this. So in response to being called a fool, I said, your Nigerian is showing, Mr. Mughal. He's not jumping on the responses as quickly, so he's getting bored, and frankly, so am I, and my throat's really sore. So I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'll go back. Please go and spam him, because he had it on like public account, and there was 5 posts, and I commented on every single one. We were having a full-on argument. Let me see if I can actually show from my end. No, I was hoping that the log from today, but no. Okay, so it's been quite a while now. I've had enough of arguing with this idiot, and he's probably saying the exact same thing. So if he does eventually come back, he might do, just for shits and giggles. I'll do a part 2 if I'm feeling better. Yeah, so there you go. I know it was a nothing burger of whatever, but yeah, don't bother arguing with an idiot, I guess. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Love you guys. Bye.